any election.
Right, because I read just across the for me. Oh, this great.
Just a minute.
Because if you've been here running so far, it's kids are just walking out.
They were not good.
All right, we have an agenda. Wait. It's just as good purple left, brother. There you go. All right. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a class action. There's actually a meeting with your property.
No, I haven't.
So after this, I'm gonna go, you guys go?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this done, done.
You look totally ready.
Folks, I need a acting secretary with Anthony's absence. Anybody want to volunteer?
That's where this is going.
Going once?
Are you saying for minutes?
Minutes and, yeah, taking the notes. Should be pretty quick. Anyone?
Are you, Cindy?
Anyone?
What? No, taking minutes? No, definitely.
Anybody?
I'll do the votes, but I
Need somebody to...
Jerry. Jerry's a good person for minutes.
Thank you.
I nominate Jerry.
No, it's not, okay. Jerry, what are you holding office?
Nobody has to know shorthand for the minutes. That's,
Yeah.
that's done.
Okay, this is a special meeting of the Ground Hills South Neighborhood Council. This is basically a very limited agenda. Primarily, we want to get some MERS approved, so we handle our end of the year financial issues. Particularly, if you don't, documents are here for Brandon and the agenda.
Just financial issues in general, but.
Okay. All right, so I'm calling this to order. Please stand for the pledge. Right hand over heart, ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'll do the roll call. Jerry, you ready? Yes. Okay, Brad Smith, here. Jerry Askew, here. Anthony Matthews is excused. Brandon Schindelheim.
Here.
Mike Benedetto.
Here.
Jeff Bohr.
Here.
Bonnie Burst.
Here.
Krista Crawford Velasco.
Here.
Arthur Dosh is excused because of illness. I do understand he's home from the hospital, so that's a good thing to hear. Thank you, Sally, for being here. Jet Dunlap.
Here.
Gina Greshner.
Here.
Justin Kim.
Here.
Sally Kolstad.
Here.
Darren Lopez. Here. Eric Mansker.
Here.
Mark Morris.
Here.
Renee Trinidad.
Here.
Ross Trammell.
Here.
Cindy Wu Friedman.
Here.
All right, Mike is not here this evening. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Holy moly.
Okay, we should have more special meetings. All right. So we have more than a quorum. Thank you. Minutes, we don't have secretary present, so no minutes. Public comment, community public comment on non-agenda items. Public may present concerns to the board on any issue of interest to the community. Board will not be able to discuss or take action on any matters brought up during public comment. Issues raised or public comment may be agendized for discussion at a future board meeting. I believe we have a speaker from Dunn. Well, I guess you actually work for the clerk, or?
Well, work for the clerk.
Okay. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, Department of Neighborhood Empowerment is actually overseeing it. Hi, I'm Fran Piazza. I am your independent elections administrator for District 2. I'm sure all of you know that you have elections coming up in April. This isn't the season just for shopping, it's also the season for candidates. So I'm here tonight. really, because this was kind of tossing my lap last second, I want to get out here before the beginning of the year. To introduce myself, find out who sits here, and it looks like you've got half your board up here and half in the audience, or that is the audience. I want to find out if you have already appointed an elections representative, somebody who's going to oversee.
Yeah, we can talk about that, we do.
Yeah, so, and I want to be able to meet that person and meet you and leave a few cards and a little bit of general information. I really only want to take a couple minutes of your time because I know you've got an exciting meeting ahead of you. I'm also the president of the Reseda Neighborhood Council, so I understand how these situations work in these special meetings. We have to pull them every once in a while. And we too also get everybody coming out of the woodwork for those, and we got to have them more often. Your candidate registration, I want to toss this out to you real quick, starts the day after Christmas. So if any of you are up for re-election or any of you want to run for a position on this board, that's when you can start filling out your candidate forms and get your name out there, because they will start doing background checks and vetting of the candidates starting on the 26th. And your voting is actually going to take place in April. I believe April 9th, if I'm not mistaken. So that's really about all I have for you tonight. I want to meet your outreach and your election people and everyone else, and say hi and put my face out there and let you know that I'm here to help you guys put together a good election. I'm kind of an out-of-the-box thinker, so I'm not one of these that's going to say, all right, come in here and spend $100,000 and do everything by the book. That's not what I'm about. I'm about thinking outside the box, getting as much bang for your buck as possible, and getting the community involved. I also have the luxury of knowing your community extremely well. I'm an officer here in the Valley. I'm assigned to this area. I patrol this area on a regular basis. So I know the community well. I was heavily involved with the food truck situation here several years ago. So whatever we can do, and using some of my connections here to get the candidates to come out and get the community to come out, we'll do.
Sure.
I'm with DOT now. I was with LAPD for 11 years, and now I switched over to finish my career over there where it's quiet. I deal mostly in stolen recoveries and abandoned vehicles. That's why it's nice and quiet. I can just kind of post.
Excellent. Well, I mean,
I do. I'll leave
you
a
got
couple
cards
cards
for you. I
you.
can pass them around, and actually, I have
Please
friends.
leave one for me, so the correct spelling.
I have friends' email. I'll pass it on to everybody, so we all.
Yeah, I actually have a city email that I
Yeah.
did not send from because for whatever reason it was down. So I sent you my regular email, but that's fine too.
Okay.
At some point I'll send over the city email.
Wow. Thanks very much. Thanks for coming up.
Questions? Yes.
Oh, yes. No, I just have a quick comment. So, he's from the Reseda Neighborhood Council, and the Reseda Neighborhood Council, I think a few years ago, or a couple of years ago, they won the Dawn's Award for the best neighborhood council, and they have some amazing outreach and neighborhood council. They created something called I Love Reseda, like a little sticker, and it's truly amazing. It's seen all over the place. They have celebrities around the world that's taking picture with it, so they have really done a truly amazing thing. So,
Yes, Senator Pavley from this district recently took a picture with it, and they called me last week, or about 10 days ago, to ask my permission to use it in Sacramento, and wanted some information behind it. So
Fran is a lovely person. I work with her.
she is great. So it was kind of exciting for them to call and ask my permission to use it.
Awesome.
Question in the back?
What is the deadline to put your application in if you wanted to run for the board?
I can't hear you.
What is the deadline for putting an application
It
in
looks like here that the candidate registration runs from 12/26 to February 9th.
to February the 9th, not
February 9th
January?
is
Was
the
it
deadline.
previously January 15th and did they change
It
it?
was actually, and they extended it out. Now it's more uniform for every neighborhood council. So through February.
Okay, so it was changed then.
It was
I think
changed.
it's 45
Okay, thank you.
days.
Excuse me?
I think they made it 45 days for every neighborhood
You can find
council.
out
from-
Every district has a different set of dates.
Yeah, it's a different set of
They-
days,
they
but
made
the
it-
amount of
they made it
days,
uniform. I don't know if it was
the
40.
the amount of days, I
45
believe, is
days.
45 days. Everybody gets that regardless of what group you're in. We're in, I think, number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
And they did that because everyone had their own dates set up, and some people did not have time, and And it helps Dunn to do the vetting process for candidates and the challenges on the candidates.
Yes.
So they made it a little bit easier for you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Piazza. Okay, public comment on non-agendized items. Mr. Kuzman.
Everyone, first of all, I just want to wish everyone a happy holiday season. Happy holidays. Hope it's filled with love and joy for everyone. It's a special meeting tonight. I'm really, though, a little disappointed that we don't have all the other things that were on our agenda at the beginning of the month, including the newsletter. The newsletter is critical to getting the word out about the elections for this neighborhood council. I started asking about this back in, March of this year. What are we going to do to get ready for the elections? And here it is, December, and we're floundering for getting the word out. We still have no minutes yet posted up on our website since February. We were told those were going to get posted. They haven't been posted. This is a problem. We don't know what's going on. There are no minutes tonight yet to be approved. Also, the last thing is I knew about the meeting tonight because I went by and checked the posting location and saw an agenda. But I didn't get an email. Normally I get an email from the neighborhood council, we're having a meeting tonight. Normally I get an ENS notification if the city gets it out. Probably sent it in, but I didn't get one today, and I checked at 5:43 just to make sure. So, if we can just get the word out a little bit sooner, then people might know what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, board issues and updates, obviously.
Point of order, Mr. President.
Mr. Master.
On the back of what Mr. Kuzman said, I'd also like to know why last week's agenda wasn't included on this. I understand that we have serious budget issues, but seeing as we've had so hard a time getting a quorum, I mean, we've had 4 lack of quorums that we've had to have special meetings to try to catch up with our business on. It would really be good for us to take care of all of those issues tonight, especially outreach issues, because they're gonna stack up on us, and there's no guarantee that we're gonna have a quorum in January. So, to get us all out here and then not cover all the issues that was on last week's agenda, that seems like a really waste of our time, to get us all out here and only cover budget issues. Is there a reason why the entire agenda was not presented to this board?
2 things. One is Hanukkah, it's the 3rd night. I'd like not to impose on people.
You're imposing on people by just,
Well, if we can get through the agenda quickly, we won't.
no,
Beyond
we
that,
won't.
beyond that, special meetings are not to be simply because we can't get our quorums together. All right, so be that as may, we're moving on. Okay, we got 2 open seats, everybody knows that, thank you. All right, officers' reports. President, none. Vice President? Yep. Treasurer?
I printed out the monthly expenditure report and the budget report that everyone's familiar with for the month of August 2015. If you look at the bottom of that, the items that I'm going to be making a motion on to pass this are the following. In the month of August, there was a payment with the Union Bank e-card for $7.40 to Ralph's for August 2015 general board meeting for food and or water. Another $99 to Togo's for the same general board meeting. There was also a correction, there's another $50 that should have been encumbered for the window stickers. I also added $2,500 to the budget because we got an increase of $5,000 and we voted on allocating half to general outreach and the other half to neighborhood purpose grants. So the budget increased from $37,000 to $42,000. Under meeting expenses, there's $9.18 paid to the UPS store and likely copies for meeting agendas and whatnot. Temp services to two payments. One for I have March to August 2015. I think that's for. I think it was for a couple of those months. That's for David Levine, and another one, $183.15. There was a mix-up with them. They actually owe us a credit, but that was for one of the invoices during 2015. The public storage, that's where we have our storage facility. We paid 6 months, July through December. Total of $580 was paid in August. And then, of course, the other $2,500, we increased the budget line for the neighborhood purpose grants. All those, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Do I have a
Second.
second? A second by Eric. Do I have any, during public comment? Any, questions from the board? Comments? All right. Oh, yes.
I think a few of us may have mentioned this before. It would be helpful if we could get this email to us beforehand, so we have a little bit more chance to review in
I
detail.
got mine.
I don't know where.
I got mine.
I send them out.
Oh, okay.
These are mine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So
Any
I'll
other,
check.
any other comments, questions? Great. Do I, since this is a financial vote, I'd like to have everyone's hands raised. All those in favor? Just call your name: Brad, Jerry, Krishna, myself, Brandon, Eric, Ross, Bonnie, Darren, Jet, Gina, sorry, Mr. Justin, Kim, Jeff, Mark, Renee, Mike, Sally. Are you voting?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. And Cindy. So it's unanimous.
That was unanimous.
All those no, none, abstentions, none. So that's 17.
Okay.
And now on to the next one that I've prepared is September. Still waiting on a couple things for October and November to finalize those. But, okay, so for September, if everyone goes to the budget, report says as of September 30th, 2015, there's only two items that changed during the month of September. The first is a payment to Aaron DeLandry for July and August website maintenance, $250 each month, totals $500. And then there was a Union Bank fee of $3. So what they did, apparently, they moved, they're closing one group of accounts and opening up another group of accounts, and there's a $3 fee that our neighbor council incurred. I don't know about anyone else's, but.
Actually, the city did that, so that's exactly what it is. We'll have one less account to have to keep track of, which is a good thing.
Right, but the Union Bank charges $3, but I don't know if that is
Are
flat
they
or
gonna
what.
do that every month?
They haven't since, but I'm not sure why they did it at all.
We'll send a note to Tom.
That's $3, I just wanted to mention it. We've never had that in the past. All right, so I'd like to make a motion to approve these two items in the month of September and the monthly expenditure report, which accompanies it. You can see those same amounts. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Eric. Any public comment, questions? Any board member comment or questions? Yes.
Sorry. So I just want to be clear, so right now, besides Aaron, who's on the Facebook page, admin, is there somebody else that's also an admin?
I just want to keep this to the budget report. I'm not an outreach. I don't do
Okay.
anything with that.
Outreach handles Facebook.
Any
The
questions
website.
related to these two items
No.
from the board? Okay. All those in favor of financial votes, so please raise your hand if you approve. Brad, Jerry, Krishna, Cindy, myself, Brandon, Eric, Ross, Bonnie, Darren, Jet, Gina, Justin, Jeff, Mark, Renee, and Mike. Sally, thank you. All right.
We have,
Unanimous, no, any no, obviously you can't by acclamation.
Darren, you were yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone.
Okay. Unanimous?
Yeah, and no abstentions. Thank you.
Brandon is the mover and, right.
Eric's the second.
Eric is second on both of them. All right, thank you very much. Secretary's not here. Committee reports, obviously the budget. Okay, board member announcements and agenda items for next January general meeting. If it was on the December meeting and we didn't deal with it, obviously it'll be on the January meeting. So if there's something else beyond that, please let me know. Mike?
Just for general meeting purpose.
Agenda.
The tree lighting ceremony
Oh, yeah.
went off pretty awesome. We had all kinds of representatives there. We
CSUN
also
was
had
there. CSUN was hanging out there too.
John, how do you pronounce his name?
Chickarella.
Carl Melnick, Laney Catsby, and the list goes on. I want to thank all these people for making it a special occasion. It wasn't, we had more people than last year, and I think we would have had a lot more if it was a little bit warmer, that's for sure. Also like to thank the choirs from both Voss and Granada High School. They came and did an exceptional job.
Hold on. Sal?
My dad said to say thank you all for your best wishes, from his accident, so he's home. And, because on Thursday he went to the hospital, I missed the meeting. Was there anybody here from, did anybody come from the, school on Balboa and Devonshire to the meeting last week? There was someone from the aerobics team that wanted to come and they were supposed to get a hold of me and they never did.
No one spoke on it.
No one spoke on it last night?
If they were here, they didn't announce it.
Okay, because they were supposed to, if anybody knows, I guess I could call the school, find out what's going on. They were supposed to send me some all-purpose grant, and they were supposed to, get a hold of someone to come to the meeting, so I'll call the school.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Renee?
I suppose Happy Holidays is in order, and hopefully we can get a quorum on in January. So I'm sorry that I wasn't able to make the last meeting, but we had a family death in the family and had to take care of that.
Sincere condolences.
Hey, happy holidays and see everybody here in January.
Joseph?
Nothing.
Gina?
Nothing.
Darren? Lonnie?
Just thanking everybody again about the parade. I think it was one of our best parades ever, and everybody worked really hard, and the theme was fantastic, and thank you again for being sponsors of the parade.
Ross?
Nothing.
Eric?
There was a gentleman here, at the meeting. He didn't speak, maybe because we didn't have a thing. His name is Michael G. Pullitz, something like that. Anyway, he's from Silicon Constellations. He wanted to do a demonstration, and Ross said that he had spoken with the gentleman before. Oh, you had?
We already advocated for
I've
this
spoken
from the
with
city.
him. We were
Okay,
gonna put it
yeah,
on the
Krishna.
agenda, but it doesn't, we
Sent
can't
the
help
city a
him.
letter.
He wants us to use his city lights. I told him he'd have to go through Public Works and City Hall.
Well,
We
first
wouldn't
off,
be-
he
we
just
wouldn't
wanted
be
to
able
give us a
do it.
demonstration to see if we like them. Because if we don't like them and don't advocate for them, then it probably won't happen anyway. Because there are other vendors out there. But anyway, he wanted to come and speak and be on the agenda for next month's meeting. So I told him I would ask that he be agendized for that. Other than that, happy holidays. I hope everybody had a good time. The tree lighting was pretty nice. The choirs, we had, what, 4 different groups who sung. Again, they were all spectacular, and we had a good time. I guess that's it.
Thank you. Brandon?
Oh, nothing. I just need your signature.
Cindy?
So as I mentioned at the last general meeting, the business seminar went really well. It was standing remotely. And I forgot to mention Mike and also Krishna that was there. So thank you for y'all for being there. Thank you. And happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, everybody. Hope you have a good one. If I don't see you before January 7th, God bless.
Jared? And congratulations to Miss Taiwan.
Oh, my God.
I saw you in the parade. It's a matter of business for the board. I would ask that everybody, if your board meetings are regularly scheduled, if you're unable to make a board meeting, as soon as you're aware of it, go ahead and email the executive committee, at least Brad and I and Anthony, so that we know you're not going to be there. It'll certainly help us if it looks like there's going to be a problem with quorum, because the last thing we want to do is call everybody together and get here and find out that we're one short of a quorum like we did last week. I'm going to be able to say last year in another few weeks. But and there were reasons why everybody was out. But as soon as you find out, get the word out, get an email out to us, and also keep an eye on your email box for quorum calls and other items of business. It'll just save us and everybody else on the board some time.
Can I have a little quick comment in regards to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I know you recently did a doodle for who can attend, and I think that's a great way.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the doodle, whether we could be here tonight.
Oh, one other issue I want to bring up. I know we've been agendizing the fact that we have 2 open board seats, but being as it would take us at least 2 months to put any new member on, I think we should strike that from our agendas, because by the time they got on, it would be election time. And in fact, by the time they got on, it would be April already. So I think that part should be struck.
Well, it is one more way to get the word out, since people who do read the
Well, I mean, that's our,
agendas.
by the way, who is our election
I mean, they could
official?
apply to run and
Who is,
be.
what's the name of our,
Can we, wait, guys, please,
Sorry.
one at a time, as far as election coordination, I've been doing it. Nobody else volunteered the last time I asked.
okay, I just need the name of the guy,
Yeah.
the go-to guy.
Yeah, that would be me at the moment.
Okay.
All right, speaking of which, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, I'm gonna ask. First Thursday is January 7th. If the people who are here tonight, if you can't make it, please tell us now. Okay, so I'm taking that as, obviously, emergencies come up, I get that. But if that's true, we'll have 17 people here, right?
Assuming we know that calendar that far in advance.
Yeah.
Well,
I-
knowing what you know right now,
I'll prioritize it.
that's fine. Knowing what you know right now, everybody thinks they can make it. Okay. If for whatever reason something comes up, business trip, family issues, funerals, illnesses, whatever, it's fine. Just let us know. All right, with that, motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? Anyone abstention? All right.
And also, if anybody's interested in the gas lake thing in Porter Ranch, there's Aaron Prokovic.